Hello, my dear friends. Shurma here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Today, I'm going to share with you how to paint the royal rose in one stroke deco art style. The materials needed for today's project, you will find them right here. To start with, I have a deep blue watercolor paper size 10 centimeters by 13 centimeters, and it has been stenciled, and this forms the background for today's roses. Here is the palette for the roses. I have pink, salmon pink, permanent rose and white acrylic. This is flat brush number 6 and I am picking up pink, salmon pink and white acrylic and blending the colors well. Looks like a pink candy, doesn't it? Alright, so the next step is to block a certain area with deep magenta, permanent rose and pink with a flat brush number 4, and this represents a very loose shape of the rose. So again, I have picked up my flat brush number 6 and I have white acrylic, salmon pink and pink acrylic on my brush. This is going to be the focal big rose, and here are the first layer of the petals of the focal rose. Now this rose has pointy petals. Pointy because the outer petals have a lot of folds. That is why they become pointed. I'm trying to replicate the same. And this rose is modeled on a beautiful photograph of a rose, and that I will share in a bit. Roses are always eye-catching, whatever color they are. But have you ever wondered what it takes to grow beautiful roses? Roses crave the sun because that is how it gets the color. Roses need to be planted in well-draining soil. They need organic matter, compost, and a lot of pruning. Immense amount of hard work goes in rose gardening. Let me tell you about my very dear friend and classmate in school, Nivedita Paul. She is a doctorate in education and very active in the teaching field, and she is a wonderful person at heart. Our families have known each other for 4 generations. Amazing, isn't it? I have been to her house n number of times, and I remember that they had a beautiful house garden. I have been fortunate enough to smell the roses too. Nivedita's father, late Sri Binimoy Chaudhary, was an educator and a very keen rose enthusiast all his life. He has been the founder member of Rose Society of Jabalpur, my childhood town in my country, India. Their garden roses have won several prizes too. And now her elder brother carries on the legacy. I will just pause my painting for a bit and show you Nivedita's fabulous garden roses. There you go. Aren't they exquisite? And this is the king rose, which won the prize very recently. And today's project is modeled on this particular rose. According to Nivedita, a rose not just symbolizes beauty and love, but it is a significance representing good and evil of life, and its resolve strengthens our soul. Her father once wrote for her, and I quote, "If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you think you lose, you are lost. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You got to think high. To rise, you have just got to be sure of yourself before you can win the prize. Sooner or later, the man who wins is the one who thinks he can." Very inspiring. Thank you, Nivedita, for sharing such beautiful thoughts with us. So here I am trying to adjust the outer petals of the rose. Since this is all freehand and there is no sketch to guide me, so I have to take a look every time I make a petal, just to see if everything is proportionate to each other, and if not, I have to make the correction. Or I would rather call it the adjustment, because there is no right or wrong in art. One stroke style of painting is a wonderful way to achieve great results in acrylic floral art. There are many ways in which you can create flowers, but this is a very unique way because you can achieve highlighting and shading in one stroke of the brush. Hence the name one stroke. If you are new to this art form, or even if you would like to refresh your one stroke skills, then I would encourage you to please visit my past videos. I will be very happy to drop some of the links in the description box below. So once I was happy with the focal rose, I went on to create a bud. Not quite a bud, but just opened sort of a rose. Here I am still using my flat brush number 6, and I have white acrylic, pink and salmon pink on the brush. Once the florals were done, I went ahead and painted the foliage. So here is the palette for the leaves: olive green, bamboo green, Indian red, acrylic white, and I've also used deep green as and when required. So right now I have a liner brush in hand and I have picked up a bit of deep green to create some stems, and this will give me an idea where to paint the leaves. So here are the one-stroke deco art style of leaves in the making. I have bamboo green, olive green and acrylic white on flat brush number 6. Certain times I have gone ahead and added a bit of Indian red to make the leaves darker. This is a very small piece of paper because I'm going to turn this into a note card. Hence there is not much space for a lot of foliage. So I'm trying to be careful in choosing the right spots for the leaves. So once I was happy with the placement of the leaves, then I went ahead and picked up some pink and acrylic white to create a little bud, and now I'm adding little leaves at the bottom of the bud with olive and white on flat brush number 6. And I think the panel looks good enough at this point. Some more details on the leaves and some very tiny slider leaves here and there with more of bamboo. And this helps to balance the image. So once done, I went ahead and picked up my liner brush to finish the stems. Those are little details which I'm trying to add to the stems and the leaves. Once the panel is complete, I went ahead and mounted it on a white note card. Did you enjoy watching me paint the royal rose in one stroke deco art style? Do let me know in the comment box below. Also, please connect with me on my social media handles, and it would be a great pleasure to be in touch with you. We'll be back soon with more interesting painting videos. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.